Hello guys, welcome to MAD-1 week 1 graded assessment. So let's see our first question. So in front of first question they have given a statement, okay, and they are asked to classify the parts of the statement. Okay, this is nothing but a command. Okay, so let's see. So curl we know it's a command. Okay, so, so this is a command curl, and HTTP is nothing but the protocol. The abbreviation itself says HTTP means Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So HTTP is a protocol, and this is nothing but the IP. And after colon, we have our port. Okay. So this is the parts of the statement. So let's see. Uh, Protocol. It is correct. So HTTP is a protocol, but this 127.0.0.1 is our IP. It's not port. So this one is wrong. So we can eliminate this option. So next, yeah, it's protocol correct, and it is host to name, but it is not host to name. Okay, this is our IP. So but they have put it inside the host name. So this is also not correct. Okay. So next thing, protocol is curl. So curl is not a protocol. Curl is a command. Okay, it's a shell command. So this is also wrong. And here, so HTTP is a protocol. We know that. And after colon, we have our port. That is 8080. So they have mentioned correctly. It is port, and this is our IP. So host IP. So this is also correct. And as I said, curl is a shell command. So command. So correct. So in the last option, we have all are correct. So this is the correct option. Okay. So let's see the next question. Suppose a client machine C is communicating with a data center D. Calculate 12,500 kilometer away from C. Assume that the TCP connection has been established and it is kept alive. Okay. Calculate the RTT. RTT means round trip time in MS. Okay. For an HTTP request. Assume speed of light in cable. Uh, this is. So what they are saying. So there is a client machine C. Okay. Is communicating with a data center D, which is located at a distance 12 kilometer, 12,500 kilometer away from DC. So basically our distance is 12,500 kilometer. Okay, and our speed of light inside the time is 2 to the power of 8 uh, okay, meter per second. So we need to calculate the round trip time. Okay, basically we need to calculate the time taken for that request. Okay, so let's see. We know that time equal, sorry, speed. So we know that time equal distance by speed. So distance is given as 12,500 kilometers, and speed is given as 2 to the power 2 into 10 to the power of 8 ms. Okay, so this is in meter per second, but it is in kilometer. So we need to convert our kilometer to meters. So we are multiplying into 1000. So now this is in meters. Okay. So if you see, we can return this expression in a very simplified form like this: 1.25 into 10 to the power of 7 meter. We can write in a simplified form. So after dividing, we will get our time as 0. Okay, 0.625 seconds. Okay, because meter and meter got cancelled, seconds only remains. So, but we want our answer in ms. Okay, they are in ms. You can see they have mentioned RTT in MS, but we are this is in seconds, so we need to, if you convert to MS means it will time will come as 62.5 ms. Okay, so when you convert this to ms, it will come like this. Okay, but there was the RTT, round trip time. Round trip time means uh, sending and receiving both are calculated. So we need to multiply this, okay, with 2. RTT equal 62.5 into 2, which is equal 1 to 5 ms. Okay, so 125 is our RTT, okay, in ms. So 125, okay, is the answer for 2. So in our third question, they have given another statement, okay, and let's classify. This is our protocol, and this is our domain name, okay, and this is our file path, and this is our string core. Okay, so let's see. So we know HTTP our protocol, it's correct, and this is our string core. Okay, core string also you can say. So this is also correct. Host name correct. File path correct. Here everything seems good. So let's see the remaining options and come to a conclusion. So this is wrong. Okay, because protocol is HTTP. Okay, so this first itself wrong. So here protocol is correct, and then core string they have included the file part. Okay, in core string, but it should not be come here. So we can say this is also wrong. Okay, and this is also wrong. Another thing here also, in host name they supposed to mention only this one. Okay, but they have mentioned the protocol also, so that is also one of the mistake here. Then here you can see protocol. Okay, in protocol they have mentioned the domain name, so this is not, protocol is HTTP, so this is also not. So our option A is correct. So HTTP is protocol and the core string is this, and then host name, okay, that is domain name is this, and file path is this. So option A is correct. So next, which of the following is true for a web browser? So which is correct for a web browser, they are saying. Okay, so a web browser is an application program to display web documents. Yeah, it's correct, because a web browser is something, it's an application program, no, to display the web documents. Web documents means basically HTML documents and some other document also. So this is correct. In the next option, a web browser sends an HTTP request and receives an HTTP response. Yeah, correct. Because from client side we need to send a HTTP request, and from server side we will get a HTTP response. So it is a correct point for a web browser. So next, a web browser is installed in the web server machine and host websites, but it is not correct, because web servers are installed in client machines, okay, not web server machines, because we only installed Chrome, Microsoft Edge, like web browsers in our machines. So we are the client. So web browsers are installed in client machines and not the web servers. So this is wrong. Yeah, web browser is a web app. No, it is also doesn't make sense. Nowadays, app is represents the mobile applications. Okay, it has evolved. Okay, so nowadays we mention mobile and tablet applications as app. So a web browser is not a web app. Web we can say as a software application maybe. Okay, a web browser. So it is not a web app. So this is also wrong. So option A and B are correct. Next, identify the correct order of the task that takes place when we request this URL. Okay, so they are asking how things are arranged when we call this request. So let's see each option one by one. The web browser sends a HTTP request to the server, okay, requesting a copy of index.html. But it won't be the first task. Okay, let's see. The web browser assembles the response and displays it. It may be last or in between. Next, the server responds either with the requested resource or an error code. So this is also seems in between step. Okay, so let's see the last one. The web browser connects to the DNS server to get the server IP address of myserver.com. Mhm. So this sounds familiar. Okay, because when we call this, okay, first we need to convert this myserver.com. Okay, this is our domain name. So we need to convert our domain name to IP address first of all to access the server. So it should be the first one 4. Okay, let's mark it here. So 4 should be our first one. Okay, first we need to convert our domain name to IP address to access the server. Next, probably this one. The web server sends an HTTP request, okay, to the server because we found the IP address of that server. Now we need to send a HTTP request. Okay, so this is our second one. Okay, so this is our second one. Next, the server responds either with requested resource or an error. Yeah, so maybe it satisfy our request. It will give you a response. Otherwise, it will give a error code. Error code we have 404 500 likewise. So this will be the third one, and so finally this will be the final one. So 3 2. Okay, so option C is correct. Next, the view in MVC architecture is responsible for. So for who doesn't know, MVC means model view controller. Okay, so in this, they are saying view. This view is responsible for what? Okay, so view is responsible for displaying data. Yeah, it's correct. So what is sorting and retrieving data? So sorting and retrieving data is a part of C, that is controller. Okay, it is not part of sorry, it is not part of view, so it won't come. So next thing, executing the business logic, it also won't come. Okay, view is just we can view the data. Okay, so next, receiving the data from the user. Yeah, it will come because we are going to feed. Okay, we are users are going to feed the data from that view only. Okay, if you want to post a mail means you need to type the mail in that display. So receiving the data from the user. Okay, so user From view, we can receive the data from the user. So option A and D are correct. So let's see 7. Let A be a website that receives 10,000 requests. Okay, in a second. If each request has to be sent a response of size 150 KB, what should be the minimum bandwidth approximately? Okay, so what they are saying, there is a website A receives 10,000 requests in a second. Okay, so for each request, we need to send a response of size 150 KB. So they are asking what is the minimum bandwidth approximately of that server A. Okay, so uh, first of all, one clarification is when you mention B in capital, it is byte. Okay, when you mention B in small, it is bit. So here we have byte, that is 150 kilobyte, but the answers are given in gigabits per second. Okay, so for reference, let's showcase here. Capital B represent bytes, small b represents bits. Okay, so this 150 KB, that is kilobytes, but our answers are in gigabits per second. So first we need to convert this to bits, then we need to multiply with number of requests, then we need to convert that bits to gigabits. Okay, that's what. So let's see. So mm, we talk. We have 150 KB. Okay, that is bytes. So we know uh, 8 8 sorry 1 uh, byte equal to 8 bits 8 bits. So if you want to convert 150 kilobytes to kilobits, means what we can do, 60 into 8. Okay, so we will get 1200 kilobit. Okay, so how many requests we need to make is 10,000 requests. Okay, so 10,000 into this 1200, which will give 1000 and then 4 zeros KB. Okay, so after that we need to convert this into gigabytes. Okay, gigabytes per second. So this is actually KBS. Okay, so we need to convert it to gigabytes per second. For that, we know that 1 KB equal 1024 MB and 1 GB equal 1024 MB. Okay, sorry, this is MB. 1 MB equal 1024 KB. So when we convert, okay, this to MBBS, means we need to divide by 1024. Okay, we will get this. So it is MBBS. Okay, MBPS per second. So now we need to convert into GBBS. Okay, gigabyte per second. So again, this value divided by 1024 we will get 11 point something. Okay, 1.4 is 11.78 something. So which we can say which is approximately equal to 12 Gbps. Okay, so our answer is 12 Gbps. Okay, gigabytes per second. So I explain it again. So we have each request we need 150 kilobytes. So 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So we need to convert to bits. So we are multiplying into 8. So we get 1200 kilobits. So then we need to make 10,000 requests. So we are multiplying with 10,000. We get this many kilobits per second. But we want to assign in gigabytes per second. So we are dividing this value twice with 100 and 1224. Okay, so then finally we will get 11 point something gigabytes per second. So approximately it is equal to 12 gigabytes per second. So next, which of the following statement is true? Okay, so internet protocol is a set of rules that specify one way to deliver data over the network. Yeah, correct. So IP is one of the way to deliver the data. So domain names is domain names are used in the place of IP addresses. Yeah, correct. Because humans can't memorize IP address of all websites. So we have that facility of domain names instead of IP address. Okay, so this is also correct. So hypertext is the text which contains links to other documents or websites. Yeah, this is also correct. Hypertext is nothing but if you saw in a website, like click here, okay, next page like that. If you click, it will go to next some other sites or some other document. So that is called hypertext. So this is also correct. And TCP stands for Traffic Control Protocol. No, this is wrong. Okay, this is not correct because TCP is Transfer Control Protocol, not traffic. It is transfer. Okay. So A, B, C are correct. Next, consider the web page link. Okay, so we need to say which are true. Okay, from this. As we know, let's see it. We know this is our protocol, and this is entirely our domain name, and this is our file part. Okay, so let's see. HTTP is a protocol. Yeah, it's HTTPS. Okay, HTTPS is a protocol. Is correct. Okay, we one point we only doesn't have HTTP. Okay, HTTPS is also a protocol. In this URL, this HTTPS is also a protocol. Okay, so this is a protocol. Correct. So and this is entirely is not a domain name. Okay, domain name is something only up to this. So we can't include this. It is false. And yeah, this entire thing we call it as URL. Okay, so this is correct. And root domain, it may sounds new for you, so I tell you what is root domain from this. So here you can see, let's highlight in different color. So this is our root domain. Okay, and this is our subdomain, and this entirely is called domain name. So this from this to this is our root name, and this is our subdomain, and this is entirely is domain name. Okay, so but here they have mentioned the protocol and they have mentioned the subdomain. So this is false because it is subdomain, and from this to this is our root domain. So another thing, which of the following is a valid IPv4 address? So IPv4 address basically, okay, let's explain it here. So in IPv4 address, okay, the address is separated by three dots. Okay, first we need to check it is separated by three dots. One, two, three, all are separated by three dots. Another thing, the decimal. Okay, these are octant, which are decimal values. So decimal should be ranges from 0 to 2 to double five. Okay, decimal range. So in an VPv4, we have four octant. Okay, and each octant is represented in decimal value. So the decimal value should be ranges from 0 to 255. So this is the basics conditions. So let's see. All are within 255. So this is correct one. And you can see 256, but decimal value up to 255 only is valid in IPv4. So this is wrong. It exceeds 255. So this is not correct. Okay. And finally, here you can see all are within limits. So this is also correct. And this thing, this you can see 314. It exceeds 255. So this is also wrong. So we have only two IPv4 address, that is A and C are correct. So that's all. Thank you.